very first time today. All right, all right. We have some welcome packs for you. Oh, why don't we have you all stand up just so everyone can see, if you don't mind. Welcome, welcome. Thank you. And Reverend Cindy has a couple things she would like to talk about.
So we've got two things coming up or starting in the next couple of weeks. On Thursday night here in the sanctuary, we will be showing a film called As a Man Thinketh. So how many of you have seen The Secret? So a lot of the same people that were in The Secret are also in this. So this is New Thought movie about how powerful our minds are. And it's based on the book by James Allen, which was written in 1903. So that's still a concept that we need to be embodying here in 2018. On April 19th through the middle of May, I'm going to be teaching a class called Finding Yourself in Transition. How many of you are in transition? Put your hands up, everybody. Everybody put your hands up, you're all in transition. We're in transition here because I'm new, and Reverend Paul, who was here for so many years, is not. And we've had, I lost my sweet little Wesley a couple weeks ago, so I'm still grieving that. New job, new places, new everything. So anytime there's a change in our lives, minor or major, initiates a transition. So this class is designed to explain what transition is, what it looks like, and how to gracefully move through it, because we have to move through it. So the cost is $60 for the 6 weeks, and I'm running a session from 2 to 4 in the afternoon, and then from 6:30 to 8:30 in the evening. And you can move back and forth between the two classes if you choose to. I don't have a problem with that. But please sign up, because at some point I have to make copies of stuff. So I need to know how many are going to be in the class. We do have books in the bookstore, or you can order it online if that's what you choose. Remembering to donate to Unity Church of Modesto as you order on Amazon.
Or get Amazon script card.
Or get an Amazon script card and then go to smile.amazon, because we have a double hit. Pardon me?
Use Amazon Smile.
That's what I mean. So if you buy the script, then also use your script on Amazon Smile. It's a double bonus. We get it twice. So please join us for that class. I think I've got about 6 people signed up so far. We need to get more in there. And bring people from the outside. It's not religious in nature. Okay?
Do we have to pay all $60 at once?
Yeah.
10 at a time?
No, all at once.
60
60 at once.
the whole lot.
What the whole lot. Yeah. Make a commitment. What we know is that when you pay for things like that, you tend to show up. It's like, oh yeah, I paid for this already. Might want to show up. Any questions? Back to Carrie. Don't you love Carrie's up here now? Carrie's an LUT candidate. So she is going to continue her studies here at Unity of Modesto. We're in the process of transferring everything here so that we can send her off to Unity Village and have her also teaching here in this church as another instructor. So we're going to build this as a teaching ministry in addition to a lot of other things we're going to do. We have plans, folks. We have plans. Carrie.
Thank you. So Earth Day is coming up on April 22nd, and we're going to offer an e-waste collection here at Unity of Modesto. So if you have old electronic items to get rid of, bring them on the 22nd of April. But no TVs or monitors. We can't take those. And call Laura in the office if you want more information. Is Laura here today? Oh, okay. All right. Shredding. If you have confidential documents you've been hanging on to and are ready to clean out your closets and get rid of those, we want to schedule a shredding day. There is a cost, so before we can schedule, we need a box count. Once we have a better idea of how much we're looking at, we can get accurate pricing and share the cost to save us money and also to safely dispose of the confidential info. So this goes well with tax day coming up. Let Laura in the office know if you're interested and how many boxes you've got so she can get price quotes for us. May 4th and 5th, we're going to have an annual yard sale here. Nancy McNatt is heading up this program. And where's Nancy? There's Nancy.
Please sign up to help me, I don't want to be alone.
She's looking for volunteers to make this a great fundraiser. We will need people to set up and price items as well as sell items during the sale. And there is a sign-up sheet in the back, and you don't have to spend hours and hours. If all you have is 1 hour, that would help out.
I have something on that. I think we're looking to bring everything here the week prior to. So let's hold off to bring your items for the garage sale till the week prior to the garage sale itself.
Right, yeah.
Because we're gonna be in construction as well, setting up the preschool, so, we just don't wanna clutter everything up for a long time.
So the day for that he's referring to is the same, we mentioned Earth Day, April 22nd. So starting on April 22nd, you can bring your items, but not before then because we won't know where to put them. The Wednesday night course in miracles is going on hiatus for the summer. The Sunday group will continue as usual, and the Wednesday night group will start again in the fall. For the preschool, our plans are moving forward, and we'd like to offer everyone the chance to get involved. On the back table, there's a suggestion box, and we're looking for ideas and suggestions for the name of our Unity Preschool. So get creative and help us think of an inspiring name for our school. This year we would like to host a holiday craft fair on Saturday, November 3rd. Donna Lavira and Laura Kortrakis. I've never had to say her last name before. Donna, could you stand? If you're here. Oh, she's not here. Okay, well, Donna and Laura, and if you don't know who they are, ask somebody and they'll point them out. They're currently promoting to vendors. If you know someone who might like to have a table for this holiday craft fair, please contact the office for pricing and requirements. We're also looking for a couple of other members to lend their support to the team to ensure a successful fair. So talk to Donna or Laura if you'd like to know more. If you have a service or items to sell, then we've got vendor invitations and contracts for you. We need some volunteers, and volunteering is a good way to get involved in the church and meet people. We need greeters. We still need a few volunteers to greet people on Sunday mornings as they enter our sanctuary. We want to extend God's love and joy to everyone who enters here. There's a sign-up sheet on the back table, and we ask you to sign up for one Sunday a month. Arrive a little early and pass out bulletins and blessings. Love in action. There's still a few openings for activities. If you have some ideas, especially for August and September, we still have some room for some inspiring, fun things to do. Today's speaker is our wonderful Reverend Cindy Farris. And I don't have to say anything more about her because you all know her by now. And we're so grateful that she's here. Okay. And now the monthly affirmation that you can find in your bulletin. And it's up there. If you'll say it with me together. I am blessed. I am blessed beyond measure. And just take a moment and feel that. I am blessed. Our daily word for today is comfort. I'm always comfortable in the midst of the day's pressures and challenges. My life is often filled with schedules and obligations that cause me to feel anxious and stressed. When I feel overwhelmed, I take time to realize that what I'm really feeling is the energy of the world around me. I can always choose to stay comfortable in the midst of pressure. I know without question that there is one presence and one power active in the world and in my life. When I am feeling out of alignment with that truth, I center myself in the energy of my heart and find the comfort of spirit that is always present. I feel that comfort radiating in every cell of my body, every thought in my mind. I am a perfect expression of the presence of the divine. And from Deuteronomy 31:8, it is the Lord who goes before you. He will be with you. He will not fail you or forsake you. Do not fear or be dismayed.
And now we're preparing for meditation. I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am stronger every moment, every day. My mind is willing and my heart is open wide. I trust my instincts and let spirit be my guide. I vow to live a life that's real and true and free as I continue walking in this mystery. There may be walls, there may be roadblocks on my way, but I can choose to take a higher path each day. And now I know that what I thought was safe and sound was only habit and regret that held me down. I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am kinder every moment, every day. And I am kinder every moment, every day.
So as we prepare for meditation, take a deep breath. And as you do that, release anything that's on your lap, uncross your arms, your legs, and sit in an open and receptive position. And center your breath on your heart. Drop from your head where we sit and we mull around all the stuff of the day. And just drop your consciousness straight from your head and into your heart. And if it helps, imagine a beautiful orchid Choose the color, choose the size, choose the shape, and center that right on your heart. And breathe into that space, knowing that this is the moment, the only moment. The presence right here, right now, is all there is. There is nothing else. And breathe. Breathe into the presence of God that flows in and through you. The presence and the sweetness of this moment, right here, right now. Knowing that you are chosen for greatness, right here, right now. And as you breathe into that space, move gently into the silence. And as we begin to move our awareness back into this space, in this time, and very gently wiggle our fingers and toes and open our eyes, we realize that there is only one presence and one power, and that is God the Good, always. Good morning.
Good morning.
How you been all week? I've been on retreat. Yeah, I'm good. So a few years ago, I met a lady who is psychic. And so I decided to go see her, and ask those eternal questions like, when will I meet my love? When will I come into a whole lot of money? What's next? Will this job that I'm in ever go away? All those things. And Laura has a really, really good sense of humor. And so she told me one of the most important things I have ever heard in my life. So on Palm Sunday, I talked about the 7 last words of Jesus. And I told you that I was going to do a series on this, right? Well, guess what? We start today. On Easter, we talked about the risen Christ and how we too can rise in each and every moment of our life. as Christ demonstrated to us. So what happens now? Well, after Jesus rose from the dead, he was in ministry for another 40 days. Remember, that 40 is that completion thing again. So was it really 40 days? I don't know. I was not there. So he goes through ministry for 40-ish days, and then he ascended. Okay? So in May, there's a thing called an ascension. So ascension means, from the revealing word, is the ascending or progressive unfoldment of man from animal to spiritual. It is measured by 3 degrees or states of consciousness. First is the animal, or our humanness. Second is our mental or psychical. And third is our spiritual. So Jesus first manifested as a human, and then he was resurrected to the mental, and then he eventually ascended to the spiritual realm. So that was the demonstration he created for us. So I'm going to take you on a journey over the next few weeks using those 7 last words and what they mean in our ascension. So the scriptural passage for today from those 7 last words is, "Today you will be with me in paradise." And that's from Luke chapter 23, verse 45. And the words were actually said to the men who were crucified with Jesus, one on his left and one on his right. Now, metaphysically, these men have meaning. Jesus represents our present time, our this moment in time. And the man on his left represented past, and the one on the right, the future. And we are caught always in this dichotomy of trying to live in the moment, but our past keeps throwing crud at us, does it not? And then we're also over here going, well, what about, which is our future? And the challenge for us is, how do we stay in the present? Now, you got to know Google is my friend. And actually, this time I went to smile.amazon to see how many books in the spiritual category I could find that have the word now in them. 44 pages at like 6 to 10 books per page. That's a lot of books. And when you just take it off the spiritual, it was like crazy. It was thousands of books. So do you think maybe there's some interest in how to live in the now moment? Just a little. Now, paradise, Jesus referred to paradise. Paradise can also be translated as the kingdom of heaven. And he said the kingdom of heaven is with us always. But it also means a level of consciousness. So anytime we're doing work around the kingdom of heaven and paradise, we're looking at where is our consciousness. Are we conscious? Sometimes we're not. So, what is this now thing? I mean, what is it? So, we just had a meditation. And no judgment here, but by a show of hands, how many of you during meditation were going, let's see, at 1 o'clock I have to be here, I need to put this on my grocery list, I need to, how many of you, honestly? Yeah. And some of you are not telling me the truth, I'm betting. It's normal. It's normal. It is, our minds are created to anticipate what isn't even here yet and to mull over the stuff that we've already done. It's just the way we work as human beings. So we have to train our brain to do something different. So I am the world's worst meditator. I'm just going to be really clear on this. My mind is everywhere. You know, I'm getting downloads for Sunday talks. I've got a laundry list. The dog is nudging at me. I mean, I'm everywhere. So I started this thing where I would sit down with a piece of paper and a pen. And every time my little active mind went someplace, I'd write it down. And then I'd sit back and I'd get still, and 2 seconds later, it's like, and I started doing this, and what it did was give my mind, also known as my ego, the opportunity to think, and me the opportunity to meditate. And over time, before I start meditating, I would write down all the things that I needed to do that I could think of before I sat down to meditate. And then I'd sit and I might get 3 minutes before the mind went berserk. And over time, I actually got to the point where I could train myself. I think the longest I went without a thought that I'm aware of was about 30 minutes. Not bad. Not bad. I think it happened once. One time, yeah. But we have to give our egos some. I'm wearing heels today. Maybe we should do bare feet. We have to give our minds the opportunity to do something and permission to have its thoughts so that we can stay in this moment and this time. Now, many traditions use a rosary or a mala. I mean, I wear a mala every week. This is not just decoration. When I am meditating, my mala is in my hand, and I'm doing my breathing and moving the beads. Some reason, it calms my mind down. That's the purpose. In the Catholic tradition, the rosary is based on the mala, and they used it to say the prayers. You know, you say the Our Father and the Hail Marys, and then the whatever it was at the other place. Right? So it's a way of getting the body and the mind to cooperate and to stay in the stillness so that we can be in this now moment. So I went on a retreat last week. I left here on Sunday and I drove up to the mountains, and I took no computer. I took books to read, hard copy books, not Kindle books. Hard copy books. I limited myself to checking my phone in the morning and night. One of my board members, who will go nameless, said, "Boy, when you go on retreat, you really go on retreat. You take this stuff seriously." And I had a massage, and I soaked in the pools, and I knitted, but I stayed in the present moment. And trying to meditate, now there's a place called the meditation pool, and sitting in the meditation pool, you're supposed to be able to meditate, right? Oh, my mind was everywhere. Everywhere, but right in that nice hot water. It took me 2 days before I could finally get still enough. So it is incumbent upon each of us to create space in our lives where we can do these little mini retreats and disconnect, because without disconnection from all the stuff that goes around us, we have trouble getting still. Be still and know. Being still is that place and that time where God speaks to us, and we allow those inspirational things to come in. And if we're so busy doing, we are human beings, but we also are human doings. We have jobs to go to. We have things to take care of, people to take care of, life to take care of. But at some point, we have to rein that doing in to just be. Because it's in the being, in that moment of now, that we grow. And we create the space for expansion, and we create the space for ascension. Now is all we have. Not tomorrow. It's not guaranteed. Not next week. Not May 9th. It happens to be my brother's birthday. That's why that one came up. But those dates are all future. They're not real. And all of the stuff that happened to us in the past is only from our perception anyway. Ask 5 people who were there. You will get 5 different versions of the past. How many of you have experienced that? Yep. My 3 children would argue, but this. No, that's not what happened. Y'all are wrong. So Ernest Holmes says, and this is from his book called Creative Mind, life is for us today. There will be no change for tomorrow unless we do the changing today. Today we are setting in motion the power of tomorrow. Today is God's day, and we must extract from it what of life we are to live. Tomorrow is in the divine course of events will care for itself. The soul that learns to live in the great gladness of today will never weary of life, but will find that he is living in an eternal here and now. Powerful. Notice how many times I said the word today. Today. And now. It's only in this time frame, as we are working with ourselves and in God's grace, that we get to create what comes. And the how of it isn't your business. How many of you try to control the future? I'm a Virgo. I'm going to go all over the place and try and put all these plans into place. Guess what? Good luck with that. So Charles Fillmore created an invocation, and I love this. When I was taking my classes to become an LUT, Reverend Sheila would say this all the time. And it goes like this. I am now in the presence of pure being and immersed in the Holy Spirit of life, love, and wisdom. I acknowledge thy presence and thy power, O blessed Spirit. In thy divine wisdom, now erase my mortal limitations. And from thy pure substance of love, bring into manifestation my world according to thy perfect law. I am now is how it starts. Say that with me 3 times. Together. I am now. And breathe. Just breathe that in. And again. I am now. And breathe into that. And one more time. I am now. We know that anything that comes after the words I am is powerful for us. I am is the name of God. I am right here, right now. So I'm sitting with Laura, my psychic friend. Laura's a hoot. I'm going to bring her here because she's a riot. And I asked her the age-old question about money. You know, when is money coming to me? I think my father had passed away and his estate was in chaos. And so I'm asking her this question. She looked at me and she said, in this moment, is there a roof over your head? I said, yes. In this moment, are all your bills paid? Yes. In this moment, do you have food on your table? Yep. In this moment, are your dogs taken care of? Yep. In this moment, do you have all that you require? Yes. What more is there? Powerful words for staying in the now moment when, bills are looming. And as I pay bills and as I go about my business and I get into that worry, concern mode, I have to stop and I remember in this moment, in this now moment, am I being taken care of? And the answer is always yes. Always. I have never said no. I've never said yes, but. Because in this moment, in this spiritual community, are you taken care of? Is there food coming? I was in the kitchen. Yes. Are you safe right here? Absolutely. What more could you need? So remember the power of now. And I'll leave you with this. Eckhart Tolle, in The Power of Now, says, realize deeply that the present moment is all you have. Make the now the primary focus of your life. Have a blessed week in the now.
When things go wrong, it's natural to wonder, what celestial rule did I break? When things go right, it's logical to ponder, what credit can I take? But the truth is so much easier. I don't need a master plan. I can live here in the moment, 'cause my life is in good hands. I don't need to know where the wind blows, 'cause God knows. I don't need to know what the future holds, 'cause God knows. I need never know how pain ends, how my heart mends. I can just let go, 'cause God knows. But still I find I'm crying out for answers. Guess I'm still craving control. And still I find I'm afraid of taking chances, as if I could damage my soul. But at this moment I remember, it comes so clear to me that the moment I surrender, I'm as safe as I can be. I don't need to know where the time goes, 'cause God knows. I don't need to know what the future holds, 'cause God knows. I need never know how pain ends, how my heart mends. I can just let go, 'cause God knows. I need never know how pain ends, how my heart mends. I can just let go. I can just let go. I can just let go, 'cause God knows. God knows. God knows.
Good morning. These healing prayers are prayed for a month here by the healing prayer team, which anyone is welcome to join. And then they're sent to Unity in Missouri, and they're prayed for another month there. So they get a lot of healing prayers. There's a lot of power that goes into the healing of everybody on this list. So, Divine Mother, through these prayers, your love flows into our life, and we are grateful. We thank you. Om, peace. Amen.
It is now my favorite time of the week, the love offering portion of the program. So if you would take your love offering in your hands and pray with me our offering statement. Together? Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God.
And would you join me in singing? We have a new song, What Is Mine to Give? What is mine to give? What is mine to do? All I want is to share myself with you. So I stand here asking, what can I do? What is mine to give? I give it to you. What is mine to give? What is mine to do? All I want is to share myself with you. So I stand here asking, what can I do? What is mine to give? I give it to you. What is mine to give? I give it to you.
We receive these love offerings and blessings because they are truly blessings, both to this community and to Unity of Modesto and all of the places that we support. We know in the power of giving is also the power in receiving. It's a cycle. It flows and it flows and it flows. And we know that as we give, so shall we receive 100 times over. And together we say, thank you and amen.
And now we're going to form a circle around the sanctuary in preparation for saying our prayer for protection and then ending with the peace song. If you're new to the congregation, you may want to position yourself so that you can see the screen. Carrie, can you come in? Like maybe then. You guys need to come this way. There you go. Perfect. Okay. We are joined together. So let's say the prayer for protection together. Ready? The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Join us in the fellowship hall for coffee and food. And it wasn't announced today, but we have prayer chaplains with their things on if you would like to pray with someone. Thank you.